With the delay of Grand Theft Auto 6, now releasing in November 2026, it's pushed further from May 2026 to now November 2026, which makes it a year wait. We were expecting to see other games follow suit and at least make adjustments to their release dates. One of the games that was supposed to come out in the fall of 2026, fall for US, is Marvel's Wolverine. It was supposed to, they announced that it's going to release in fall 2026. Fall in USA is between September 1st to November 30th. For us Melburnians, it's spring 2026. That's when Wolverine was announced to release. They haven't specified a date though, they just said fall 2026. So it could be September or October, not necessarily November. So when GTA said they're going to release the game in November 2026 now, people were expecting to maybe games like Marvel's Wolverine to make some adjustments. It looks like they're actually doubling down on their fall 2026 target, which is refreshing to be honest. But is it the right decision? I think the time will tell. But yeah, they just released this a few days ago actually. Don't miss a shred of information. Wishlist Marvel's Wolverine coming fall 2026. I reckon they probably have plans to have this released before GTA. Now that GTA is releasing in November, confirmed, it is not going to get pushed up. 100% not. They probably plan to release this in maybe early or mid-September or even early October, I would say. That would really make sense because if you're really wanting people to get their hands on Wolverine, which is probably gonna be, I mean, let's be honest, even Spider-Man, it was a great game, but it was heavily narrative focused. You did have an open world that you could do stuff in, but open world activities were not a lot. Like you could really platinum that game in a couple of weeks if you really focused on it. If you have a job, you could, maybe it'll take like a month. If you just play a couple of hours every afternoon, every night maybe, you could probably finish the whole game, including all the side activities, everything. Like if you do want to do a platinum the game, you can probably do that in a month and a half. It wasn't that big. It wasn't a big game, even though it was open world. I'm assuming Wolverine's gonna probably have a similar approach. I'm not even sure how they're pulling off an open world with Wolverine. It's probably not an open world game. I don't know. They haven't specified it, have they? I don't know. Maybe I missed that information if they mentioned that anywhere. But as far as I know, based on the gameplay they have shown, Wolverine is literally jumping off from location to location. They mentioned, of course, US and Madripoor at some point, which is like a fictional Asian city in Marvel Universe. He's jumping from location to location, which doesn't really then allow to have an open world. Wouldn't make sense for an open world if he's always changing locations. So I'm assuming the game is probably going to be more like like open sandbox situations, like sandbox levels. So you'll have him dropped in like one location which is explorable to some extent, and you'll do like few missions in that location, and it'll have its own side activities, and then you'll move on to the next location, and you'll have a little bit of a sandbox element there where you do a few things there, including your main mission. And then once you move on from that to, you know, maybe back to a location that you had before with more side activities that are different from before, maybe a mix of that. That's what I'm hoping that it would be, or I'm assuming it would be. I could be wrong. I'm speculating purely based on what I have seen in the gameplay trailer. Like Uncharted 4, Thieves End did the same thing. You know, you had little sandboxy levels like where you could explore and do a little side activities here and there, small ones. This might be a little more fleshed out than that, I'm assuming. It probably won't be full open world like Spider-Man was, I reckon. I could be totally wrong, so take whatever I say with a grain of salt. If it is the case, I'm assuming the game can be completed in a span of a month or less. If it is the case, releasing this couple of months before GTA is set to release would make total sense, because people will actually buy this to kill off time until they wait for GTA 6. Kind of at the perfect time to release it, because people are like so close to getting GTA. they're getting very anxious and they're waiting, and then the waiting gets harder as you get closer to the release date. This is the perfect game to buy and kill off some time, because it's a big IP, it's a well-known IP, and it's from Insomniac. It is a console exclusive, which is perfect because people at this point who are waiting for GTA are people who has consoles, not PC owners. PC owners are not waiting for GTA, even though they love to get it right now. It's going to be a while away, so they have accepted that. But console owners who knows that GTA is coming to the console in a couple of months, they can buy this, especially on PS5, kill off some time. And all the 10 people who owns Xbox, they won't be able to play this. If you're on PS5, this is a great time kill. What do you guys think about that? Let me know in the comments. I'm sure that other games would probably push off their dates if they're too close to GTA in November. That would make total sense, even though Wolverine is sticking to the date, which, as I said, if it is going to be September, October, makes sense to keep the fall 2026 target. But for other games who were hoping to release in November 2026, probably going to have to either release early, find a way to release early, or push their dates until maybe early next year. Let the water settle a little bit before they drop their game, because otherwise it's going to get totally overshadowed by GTA's release, and you just can't win with that. You just won't. It is that overhyped. Does it deserve it? At this point, hard to say with all the delays happening, but I guess we'll find out.